This example says use the quadratic function negative x squared minus 4x plus 8 to complete parts A through G. Part A. Use the vertex formula to determine the vertex. The vertex formula is h equals negative b over 2a, and k is f of h. That's how we're going to find the vertex, hk. So for the quadratic function that we have, a is the coefficient of the squared term, which is negative 1. B is the coefficient of the x term, which is negative 4. And c is 8. So to find the x-coordinate of the vertex, we're going to do negative negative 4 over 2 times negative 1. That simplifies to be positive 4 over negative 2, which is negative 2. So we've got our x-coordinate of the vertex. Let's find the y-coordinate of the vertex. Ooh, sorry about that. So let's find the y-coordinate of the vertex. And we're going to substitute the negative 2 into the function f. So k is going to be f of negative 2. That's negative 2 squared minus 4 times negative 2 plus 8. We're going to simplify following order of operations. I'm going to apply the exponent first. Negative 2 squared is a positive 4, but we carry that negative down. Negative 4 times negative 2 is a positive 8 plus 8. Negative 4 plus 8 is positive 4 plus 8, and they give me 12. So now we have our vertex being negative 2, positive 12. The next part says, does the graph open up or open down? So the A is going to tell us whether the parabola opens up or down, or the graph opens up or down. Since it's negative, less than 0, it opens down. This graph opens down. What is the equation of the axis of symmetry? Axis of symmetry is the next part. The axis of symmetry is a vertical line passing through the vertex. So it's going to be x equals the x-coordinate of the vertex. X equals negative 2. The next part says find any x-intercepts. So to find an x-intercept, you let y equal 0 or f of x equal 0. So I'm setting my function equal to 0. 0 equals negative x squared minus 4x plus 8. I'm going to try to factor this, but I don't like to factor with a negative in the front. So I'm going to divide every term by negative 1 to get rid of that negative. So 0 equals x squared plus 4x minus 8. I'll try to factor. So x and x. 8 is 4 times 2. I don't think that's going to work. So, since we can't factor it, we can use the quadratic formula to solve. So A is 1, B is 4, and C is negative 8. The quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So I'll substitute the a, b, and c into the formula to get negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 8 all over 2 times 1. And I'm going to simplify following order of operations. So underneath the radical, 4 squared is 16. A negative and a negative is a positive, and 8 times 4 would be 32. 16 plus 32 would be, let's see, 48. Then I'm going to simplify the radical. 48 factors to be 16 times 3. The reason I factored it this way is because 16 is a perfect square. And I'll be able to simplify that radical. Square root of 16 is 4. And then I want to reduce these three terms have a common factor of 2. So I'm going to divide 2 into each one of them. And that would give me negative 2 plus or minus 2 square root of 3. Those are my two X-intercepts. Negative 2 plus 2 square root of 3 and negative 2 minus 2 square root of 3. X equals negative 2 plus or minus 2 square root of 3. The next part says find the y-intercept. So to find a y-intercept, you're going to let x equal 0. So that's finding f of 0. Negative 0 squared minus 4 times 0 plus 8 would be 8. So we have an x-intercept of 0. Sorry, that's a y-intercept of 8. The next part says sketch the graph. So we're going to plot our vertex first. Our vertex is negative 2, 12. Negative 2 and 12 would be about right here. We have a y-intercept of 8. And I believe with your graphing tool in my math lab, you only need those 2 points to be able to draw that parabola. Then the last two parts, finding the domain and range. The domain is going to be negative infinity to infinity, and the range is going to cover negative infinity all the way up to that vertex. So that's negative infinity to 12 with a bracket on the 12. Thank you for checking out my videos. Have a great day.